From the clubhouse to coaching staff to a new leveling system and more, I'm bringing you everything that is coming to EA FC Pro Clubs, or just clubs now, in EA FC25. So guys, let's start off with Clubhouse. This is basically a new menu system where you see your players sat in the, changing room that you can fully customize to your club specifications. This is quite cool and they have given me a video to show you. But basically you can see your teammates and yourself, your pro, in this new clubhouse, and this is how your menus are going to look. So we all like a menu overhaul now and again. It looks cool, right? We've got budgets to get into. We've got club staff that affect your team, so I don't want to dwell too much on the menu, but I think this club hub looks pretty damn cool. I like it. I think it's a new change which we want to see, and even the game lobby looking a little bit different there. So they want this to feel like more of a social space, and it's a little bit of like an RPG feel about it. They want you to be socially interacting in your own dressing room, locker room, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool, it looks fine. And in turn, the menus have had an overhaul where you can switch to your pro customization quickly through a little preset button rather than just like trying to scroll through and find it. They're trying to make it a better experience for us playing. It looks pretty cool. Hopefully in practice, I've not had my hands on the game yet, but it works, because sometimes we've had a lot of bugs. But EA say the introduction of the quick switcher enables you to transition from customizing your pro to managing the club, jumping in the match lobby, meaning less time navigating menus and more time playing. So that's obviously going to be better. Customization, this is quite big. So the clubhouse showcases your club crest, club kit, and you can change all of that. Now that's not that massive, but I want to jump ahead in these secret pitch notes to something right at the bottom. This customization that EA have done might be the best thing they've added in years. In the cosmetics and customizations section of this notes, they have changed everything. It's had a complete overhaul of how you create your pro. Something called Cranium. No idea why it's called that. But this is now how you will be changing your pro's aesthetic. There's a lot more detail to it. We've got more tattoos, more boots, and I'll show you them right now. But in order to show you them, we've got to go into the cosmetic club store. So this very much has a Volta feel about it. EA themselves has said that it's going to have more headbands, tattoos, boots, everything customizational wise. Tattoos, we can see there, gloves, and sleeves, and you can match those to your club's crests. I think this is pretty cool. Customization on pro clubs is obviously pretty essential. It's kind of half the game mode, so I'm looking forward to seeing if they are going to actually keep adding things rather than just 5 or 10 new haircuts for the entire game, because we know there's a reward system now in clubs. We want to see those rewards rolled out all throughout the year. And they need to be worth coming back for. They need to be worth logging into the game in February and still having something to play for. To finish off on this overhaul of customization, stadiums are also going to have new features. So you'll basically be able to have new stadium bundles. Obviously, there's going to be new club kits, which is exciting. Tifos, trophies are all designed to increase, in their words, the atmosphere of your home ground. Let me know if these things are important to you. I wanted to jump ahead because I think customization in any game is pretty key, especially a player mode. Now I want to touch on Rush, which is the 5v5 game mode coming to EA FC25 across all game modes. Career mode, you can play it in kickoff, you can play it in Ultimate Team, and obviously you can play it in clubs. And clubs feels like the one where we're going to have the most fun with it, because what's the point in controlling Jude Bellingham and your mates controlling Messi? Like, it's not that exciting. If you're using your own pro, that's where I think this can be fun, and you can level in Rush your own club and your own pros, so you can play together to level the club. You get your own ranking system in clubs separate to Rush, and 5v5 feels like, you know, we finally got Volta but with the same pro. Bang! Oh, okay, but then it's like fun. Then it's fun. This is what I don't get. It's shit. I mean, it only took 4 years. If you go into a Rush game on your own, you'll match up against other people. One thing I've seen that is worrying me is that, say, us 4 players with your AI goalkeeper, which you can't select. I don't like that. I feel like you should be able to play in goal. But you have to have an AI goalkeeper. So 4 of you can go into a game. You could match up against 2, with the other 2 being AI. And that annoys me, because I think it should just be 4-on-4, all players. Because whenever Volta did that, I used to find that even more boring than I found Volta, when you could only play against like 1 player, you had 3 of you, and there was like 3 PC players, like NPCs on their team. Ruined the whole feel of the game for me. But it's going to feel very similar to clubs in that if you leave a game in Rush, your pro will get taken over by the AI. So like, you know, it's the same thing. There's no substitutes. You get 2 yellow cards equals a blue card, or you can get a blue card where you miss out for a minute of the 7-minute match if I scored against you and you were subbed off for that minute because you were reckless in a red card challenge, 15 seconds gets taken off so you can come back onto the game quicker, and it's the first basically. And then it goes to golden goal if you're drawing, and then we've got hockey penalties, those rush style where you run from the halfway line, each taking a turn at that. I think that's really cool, and that's something that we used to do on clubs, just in friendlies all the time, messing around back in the day. So here we've got EA telling us about the player ranking in Rush. Your journey through clubs Rush is marked by your Rush player rank. Fluctuates based on performance, winning a game will boost it, a loss will decline it, all the obvious things, and achieving a higher rank will not only bring prestige, but also rewards, with each season offering incentives based on your highest rank achieved. So Rush is going to follow the seasons model, 4 seasons that we did in the last club's campaign. 4 different campaigns to try and play for something. Just please, EA, you got to make the rewards worth coming back for after the first one, because for me, I didn't even play the second time or the third time. There was no point. This Rush system gives you, when you win, club victory points, which is the same now when leveling in clubs as well. Club victory points is everything you do in clubs should be for the club. To that end, every match won in clubs, Rush earns victory points for your club, contributing to its place on the global Rush leaderboard. So the VP is basically the new leveling system. That's all you need to know. There's some exclusive rewards reserved for the top performing clubs. And as you can see here, this is what a game of Rush will look like if you've won 3-1. You'll get 10 rep points for the club, and then 5 for the club. I don't get it. What is that? So 5 and 10, fine. But I do think that's pretty fun, and this is a big change that I want to talk about, is facilities. So we want managing your club to feel more impactful and authentic through the addition of facilities. Facilities enable your club to grow in new and meaningful ways, developing resources that are available to all club mates. This includes hiring staff for equipment managers, weight room, and each facility that you hire will contribute to your AI stats of your club and your overall player and club growth. I have to read this bit because it's really important. Facilities can be upgraded from 1 star to 3. 3 is the max. If your club wants to improve their sprint speed and stamina attributes, for example, the manager can choose to activate the running track facility of the club. If your club wants to improve vision, short passing, the manager can then invest in performance analysis facility. This is pretty cool. I don't know what the meta is going to be on this, but there's a lot of examples that EA have listed of what facilities will be available. You're going to have equipment manager, head groundsman, performance analyst, scout, sports psychologist. Interesting. Sports scientist, attacking tactical coach, defensive tactical coach, fitness coach, goalkeeper, passing, shooting, tackling, technical. The list goes on, guys. You can see it on the screen. Ball cannons. So we have to buy ball cannons for our goalkeepers. Mini goals, rebounders. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of... A yoga instructor. We got Dorida in Downward Dog 2024. And you can see on screen you have a budget. So 500k remaining budget. How much have you used? This is going to be pretty fun. I hope it is impactful on the pitch. I hope it means something and it's not just a visual gimmick. Like, you want to know that if I've got yoga, I can see Dorida lifting that leg a little bit higher. Like, he's got to get there. He's got to be more agile. And this is what those menus will look like out of 3 stars. It looks a little bit similar to career mode, but this is pretty cool. I like the UI of this. Really, really impressive. I just hope that they obviously impact on the pitch, but I like it a lot. You can upgrade, downgrades. You can have 1 star, 2 star, 3 star in different things as you level your club. There is a tactical overhaul. So much like career mode, we can now do more in-depth in-menu, in-game tactics. So you had to do this out of the team earlier. You had to do it in the menus, and it looks like there's more coming to the tactical side of the game for your AI. So that's brilliant, because I always thought it was a little bit linear, and it's good that you can do this in the lobby to edit your players' tactics. EA have said that they're introducing new tactical options for club managers, enabling them to set up 5 distinct tactics. When editing your tactical roles, know that your AI squad mates are equipped with the role plus familiarity for every role. So whether you're looking for a CDM to drop into centre half to pick up the ball, or fullbacks to operate as wingbacks, you can set that in FC25 clubs. EA has said they wanted to provide a more cohesive and informed gameplay experience for everyone. How do we think this will work? Do we think it would be impactful on the pitch, or is it just a little bit of a gimmick? I mean, I used to like the custom tactics for obvious reasons on clubs. Keep players back, keep your fullbacks back. We don't need them overlapping and flying into the box. I don't need Schultz at the back post every time I'm in there. So they are good, and hopefully this makes them even more intelligent. Finally, we've got the return of league relegation. They decided to get rid of it last year. It was a terrible decision on the gameplay front. So now they have listened to the feedback from the community, as we made it clear that those epic comebacks and last-minute equalisers felt like more satisfying simply because the loss couldn't happen. Like if you lose a game and you don't get relegated, the stakes aren't as high. You want to see us go up and down the divisions. That's what we love football for. So it will look a little bit like this now. If we are in a game situation where we have one game to play, a win or draw will keep you in the current division, but losing the match will result in relegation. It's back. We needed that. Now this part I didn't really understand. Chances. In this new system, each club will be allocated a set number of chances upon entering a division. Think of these chances as your buffer against relegation. Each match loss will result in the loss of one chance. The real test comes when the chances are depleted and your club enters a relegation battle. Why not just have the league system? I don't really understand. I don't really get it. 0 chances remaining. So you've got 3 chances to avoid relegation and then you have a relegation match. It's a bit soft, isn't it? Like, surely you should just go down if you're crap. The relegation battle is a high-stakes one-off match that determines whether your club stays in its current division or drops to a lower one. Matchmaking for these critical encounters will follow the standard league matchmaking process, which will pit you against a club of similar skill facing their own pivotal match. Now, I like that. If you do end up in a relegation scrap, you're playing against another team that also needs to not go down, to win the game. Community requested features. Now, we've wanted a rejoin feature, we've asked for substitutes, we've asked for a lot on clubs over the years. Let's see what they give us. Quick chat. No one's asked for this. I don't want to speak on behalf of the community. I'd like to be proven wrong. If you want to comment down below. Does anyone feel like they need quick chat in pro clubs? Quick chat, I mean, it seems pretty obvious, right? They're giving us a huge paragraph about it. It's effectively just like a thumbs up, which we had before, but now it says words above people's heads. I will be turning that off personally. I don't need to see my mate saying thanks every 5 seconds whenever I haven't passed him the ball and I've missed from 10 yards. Which is what will happen. Goalkeeper play styles are having an overhaul, whether you're a goalkeeper who excels at rushing out to stop attackers or one who can distribute the ball quickly to launch counter-attacks. The goal from EA is to provide you with the tools to tailor you to play for your preferences. So they're getting a slight change, which is good. A lot of you goalkeepers will be asking for that. Post-match timer as well. We now have longer at the end of games to watch replays, to see the stats. That is great, because I hate how it's just 45 seconds and sends you straight back. If you score a good goal, we can now get a nice replay without being booted back to the lobby. Never really understood why we needed to be. That's fine. As long as the people in the game don't hold up the other club team from searching if they accidentally go AFK and leave the pro in for 10 minutes and we can't search, because that could be a problem. They've also changed the max height to 6'5". We've heard that in career mode, I think. But yeah, that might be a problem because I did quite enjoy the tool in small players. But what do you guys think? I mean, maybe it's been overpowered. I haven't actually touched a lot of clubs at the end of this year, really. The last 4 or 5 months, I've barely played. So I don't know what the meta is. I don't know if it's tool. But we are now only maxed out at 6'5". And clubs league matchmaking, in an effort to ensure we're creating more balanced matches, matchmaking for clubs games will prioritise finding a club of similar skill rating. I mean, it should have always done that, but I'm assuming they put more focus into it. So quite a lot of changes, from facilities and coaches to clubhouse to obviously Rush, which we knew about. More time in the post-match lobby, more customization, an updated store, relegation returns. Let me know if you're excited. I will end this video by saying you should have added a rejoin feature for lagged out players. That's really a big deal. And a lot of people talk about substitutes. So let me know in the comments what EA are missing from Clubs 25 if you're excited, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see all the best Pro Clubs videos, tips, tricks right here. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the Club 25.